I'm now joined by another candidate running for that District 30 seat in the Texas House. We're getting to know Bret-Baldwin.
Good. Thank you so much. I'm glad to be here. It's a pleasure.
I'm happy to see you, and we know each other from your time on the VISD school board.
That's correct. That's correct.
And now you're reaching for the sky. You're going for that higher, that Texas House office seat.
And I would not have expected it, but when Jeannie Morrison decided not to run, and I lost the election, I think it just kind of fell together that I was interested to see, and so several people approached me and asked me to consider that, and so I said sure, but I had to pray on it first and prayed a lot, and honestly I didn't think that maybe I was the right person. I did a little research, found some others that were interested, and so as a result of that, none of them applied or filed, so to speak, and so at the very last minute, on the last day, last 2 hours, I decided to drive myself to Austin, and I filed for this seat.
You really found a calling while serving on the school board to be a public servant, to represent the people.
It's not for the pay.
To be a voice, because I remember your time on the school board, you're always looking out for the taxpayer and clarifying things.
I did. I ask a lot of questions, and that's who I am. And as a consultant, that's what we do. We look at ways to see how we can help our clients. We ask a lot of questions, but most importantly, we very much need to listen to identify what those needs are and really begin to see how we need to go out and research, and that's what I plan on doing if I'm elected, and so I won't be any different.
Well, we're pretty familiar with AJ, who's running against you, and with Mayor Bachnight. We know probably more about them than we know about you, Bret.
Okay.
So I want to know what sets you apart and what issues are you really championing in this
Hope
campaign?
to champion, that's right.
Hope to champion.
No, I think the thing that for me is that I enjoy is to be a servant leader. That's somebody that puts the people first and really listens and goes out and tries to investigate. And so I think for me, what I've been successful in doing, the consulting, also in different businesses as well as the school board, is to find solutions, to really listen and look at things a little differently. Sometimes we get, my clients or other people, they get people so involved in what they're doing, they forget to see some of the other opportunities that are there. I've been told by my CEOs, hey Bret, that company is not doing well, figure it out. Sit down with them. And so I had to sit down and figure out, and within 6 months I turned the company around for them. And that's what I hope to do, to be able to look at the issues. And there's some issues that obviously I'm not very familiar with, as perhaps some of the other candidates are, but I definitely started the research on that. One in particular, the border, is very important, and I've seen why I need to get abreast on that. I've got an uncle that was a former sheriff on the border, and I've got a cousin that served in the Border Patrol. He was a helicopter pilot, and so I've got an earful, and we have a serious situation there.
Well, the last legislative session, or rather sessions, they went into 4 or 5 of them.
Wow,
Do you think you have the stamina for that? I know I talked to Jeannie and I asked her why she wasn't running again, and she just said things have gotten out of control.
Well, they have, but you know, sometimes I think this election campaign is almost the same, because my mornings start somewhere between 4:30 and 5, and I don't get home a lot until past 11 o'clock, and so you just have to really budget your time, be a good time manager, and understand, you know, where you need to focus and prioritize, and that's something I feel very confident that I can do.
You're ready to take it on.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you.
Well, it's been great getting to know you through this campaign, and to see your signs out in the public. It's just nice to see a nice, healthy political field here in the Crossroads.
It's a great country, and we have a great process, and I'm glad and proud to be part of it.
Well, let's go ahead and remind our viewers about early voting. That starts on the 20th.
20th of February, almost 3 weeks from now.
And Election Day is March 5th.
March 5th. Please make sure you register. Got a little bit of time, but make sure you get out and vote. That's important.
Yes, very important to exercise that right to vote. Not everyone has it.
Nope, that's right. A lot of people fought and died for that privilege.
Definitely.
For us to be able to do so.
And protested.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate the time being here.
It's great to have you. Thank you, Bret.
All right.
All right, well, coming up, don't go anywhere. We hear from our friends at Pam Health.